Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today, okay, so before we get started, I asked last time for some suggestions on what I can do for my next video, and I got a couple. One is to explode the moon, and the other was to, what was it? It was, to launch a vessel with as many parts as possible. Unfortunately, moons and planets don't explode in this game. You can't blow them up. So that's an effort in futility. And sending up a rocket with as many parts as possible, well, you can always add one more. So that's also another exercise in futility. So what I'm going to do is focus a little bit more on what I'm doing instead of just slowly walking around while I'm talking. Alright, so what I'm doing instead today is I'm going to build a plane that will get to the other runway as fast as possible. It needs to be able to land safely, which reminds me we need aero brakes on this thing. So what I've done is I have this little engine pre-cooler. It has a little bit of liquid fuel. As you can see, it has 40 units of liquid fuel, and it also has an air intake. This will provide the fuel for this Whiplash engine, which it's fast. It is fast. It is an afterburner. Okay, and I want really streamlined wings. I mean, I want this as streamlined as I can get it because I want to go fast. These are tiny little stub wings, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Okay, that looks better. Put them, shoot, they need to go forward a lot. Here's what I'll do. I'll put those there and give them some pitch authority. There we go, pitch and roll authority with those. Sorry, I'm still fighting this cough, which is really annoying. Okay, then to bring the center of lift forward, I need to put on some extra wings on the front. Maybe this will do? Yeah, that's going to be a total and constant struggle. But I think it'll work. Okay. I don't have any life support on this vehicle, and I don't think I'm going to need any. I mean, this flight is going to be super, super fast. So, oh, come on. I want two of them. There we go. Yeah, that won't ever cause any problems. Let's move these down. And maybe move this guy up a little bit. Like that. Like so. Indeed. Alright, and let's see if this thing flies. We gotta give it a name. How about just Streamline? With an exclamation mark. There we go. That is a vehicle. That is an airplane. I'm gonna mostly just do this without any, any cuts or editing because, why? Unless I start coughing, then I'll edit that out. But anyway, let's get this guy going. So as little fuel as possible, and the idea behind as little fuel as possible is that it doesn't have that much more that it has to push through the air. Put the wings away immediately, or the wheels away, so that the wheels aren't causing drag, aerodynamic drag. And that was a really close call with the tower. Alright, I'm about halfway done with my fuel, and I'm already going about half orbital speed. There's no way this would work in real life. Okay, we've run out of fuel. Oh! And yeah, we broke our wings. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, it's all over. I need to turn less drastically, I think. And how long is Kerbin going to, or Jebidiah going to be able to go without life support? Looks like he's fine. It's saying that he's holding his breath. He is in the atmosphere. There's no way he is having any trouble with breathing. All right, let's go back, add a little bit of life support because obviously he needs it, and try this again. I don't think I'm going to need any more fuel, but I am going to need maybe some struts to make. Oh, gosh darn it! Okay. Let's try that again. I hate it when things do that. Alright. That time holding down the Alt key. Make sure that my center of lift is behind the center of mass, but not too far, because if it's too far, then it becomes very unstable. Another thing that I think could use some fixing is that we don't have anything to keep it stable on the yaw axis. So let's add something for that. This should be fine. That'll keep it. That'll keep it stable on the yaw axis. In fact, let's actually do two. Yeah, the minute I start recording that's when my cough starts saying, "I want to come back with a vengeance." It's awful. It's the worst. It really is. Don't get sick, guys. Or at least don't get sick like I do, which just does not go away. Ever. To make sure that this little winglet doesn't get clipped by the ground, I'm moving the wheels around, trying to make that a little bit more stable. I think that'll do. Another thing that occurs to me is I'm going to want to be able to brake as fast as possible when I get to that other runway. So I want to add a parachute. Yeah, nothing can go wrong with that. Actually, yeah, let's do 2 parachutes. That way we don't mess around with the center of mass too much. And, yeah, keep it aligned with the center of thrust, so we're not, fighting against the engine or anything. And I think that'll do it. Alright, let's save that and try. Oh, I just realized my staging is off. I gotta remember to fix that before I launch. Darn staging. Okay. Staging. Fix that engine first, then parachutes. Awesome. Spool up. Let's go. I bet you I can take off at like... Oh. Ooh. Oh. There goes the engine. Hey, look, it's landing. Just fine. Oh, no, no. When I apply the brakes, it just falls forward. Good job. Well done, airplane. Well done. Okay, so that means I need to move the front wheel forward a bit so that it's not doing that. Maybe bring down the brakes a little bit. I'm hesitant to bring down the brakes very much. I'll just raise the brakes on the back wheels. That should do fine. And then I just need to be a little bit more careful about takeoff. Not try to take off at 40 meters per second. Okay. So we'll build up... Oh, I forgot the staging again. I want to do that in the building so that I don't have to do it before launch. How annoying. How very annoying. Alright, Jebidiah, are you ready to be the fastest Kerbal at basically sea level? Let's get the staging correct, and you can. Alright, so I really want to watch this as I take off. This will be important science. Okay, there we go. All is good. Oh, I also forgot to add the struts. That's alright. Okay, so we're already getting Mach effects. Haven't even left the beach yet. This is so awesome. Halfway through our fuel. And time to start coasting to the island here real soon. Ah! Jebidiah lost consciousness. He was turning too hard and lost consciousness. So the airplane is absolutely under no control whatsoever right now. At least it flies steady. Okay, he regained consciousness. Good. Let's come down. Any little turn and he starts to reach his G limit and loses consciousness. This is not good. Okay, use the gears to be like some sort of aero drag. Turn on the aero brakes. Come on. You can do this. Land. Jeez. This is really difficult. Okay, parachutes. Come on. Nosedive. Dang it. Okay, time is 1 minute 28 seconds. Can I beat that? I bet you I can beat that just with a flight profile. Poor Jebidiah going unconscious in the middle of flight. Let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't try to be the fastest Kerbal in the world, or you'll go unconscious. So NASA actually has the record for the fastest plane, and I don't remember what the plane is called actually, but it's black, and it actually does do this thing where it has the winglet on the top and bottom, and the wheels like come out of the winglet on the bottom, and it decouples and all that kind of cool stuff. But it reaches its speed in like a really high, really high up in the sky. And I think it actually uses rocket engines. I don't think it uses an air-breathing engine like I'm using now. Shoot, I'm getting heating effects. It's awesome. Okay, turn. That going unconscious. Gears to slow down. Oh, shoot. He almost went unconscious again, but we're fine. We're good. And then flare a little bit. Oh, we went past. Does it really count if we go past? Okay, last time it was 1 minute and 18 seconds. This time it's 1 minute, and we haven't even stopped yet, but it was like 15 seconds. Still sliding. And we also landed upside down. I don't think that counts either. Come on, roll over. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Roll over. Oh, you sissy. Sweet, 1 minute 37 seconds. Well done. Alright, let's see if we can get this more streamlined. That would be a lot of fun. That would be nice. So, I think the things I can do to make this a little bit more streamlined is don't allow these to move at all. What am I doing? I can just do pitch, roll, and yaw. And, cool. Now, oh, you know what would be great for braking? Okay, so deploy. Alright, that would push it up. Let's have it push it down. Okay. And then these, if we deploy. And yeah, exactly. So what will happen is these ailerons, and these canards will push the plane into the ground as it's braking. So what I want to do is go into my action groups, brakes, select this, and yeah, toggle deploy and Toggle deploy. Okay, cool. So what will happen is, as I'm braking, these flaps and whatnot, the elevons and the canards will go into their deployed state, and it will force this plane into the ground. As I pull up, it will stop forcing me into the ground, but it will also at the same time force some sort of way of slowing down. It'll be a faster slowdown, essentially, is what I'm saying. Now, obviously we can't do anything about the turning rate. Turning is just going to kill Jebidiah. If I can get rid of these and still be aerodynamically stable, then we're winning. In order to make that more viable, I'll want to rotate these wings a little bit. There we go. Without rotating these guys, and yeah, that should do just fine. So what I did there is I brought up the tips of these wings. Oh, let's do the staging while I'm thinking of it. There we go. So I brought up these wings a little bit so that they're kind of on the y-axis a little bit. They're kind of going up and down, and that will help make the plane a little bit more stable as it comes to the I forget what it was called. It's not yaw. No, yeah, it is. It's yaw. When it comes to the yaw rotation, I think it will be a little bit more stable, and by removing those extra little winglets, it might become a little bit more aerodynamic, be able to go a little bit faster. That's the hope, anyway. Another thing that I can do to improve is keep it as low as possible. That way I'm not wasting energy going up into the sky, and I'm not wasting time going back down from up in the sky. So, fly as low as possible. Turn over to get to the island. Okay, 135 seems like a good point. I'm still going up, so bring it down a little bit. No. Whatever. That's fine. The thing is that even if I stay stable, the curvature of Kerbin causes Kerbin to fall from below me, and I end up going up. That's what happens when you go at half orbital velocity at sea level. Don't go unconscious. Okay. Gears to help slow down. And then... oh, I have to fly up a little bit. Okay. Brakes. Oh! That pushed me into the ground, all right. That could use an adjustment. Holy cow, that pushed me into the ground. Okay. Well, let's adjust that a little bit. This could actually use a little bit of play. So instead of doing it all the way that way, so it was at a negative 150, and it was pushing it way down. So let's go negative. Actually, here's what I'll do: go back to the aerodynamics, and I put on the Elevon 1, which has a relative wing area of 0.25. Control surface portion 100%. Okay. So 0.25 is the relative wing area, and the relative wing area of the canard, advanced canard, is 0.4. Okay, so if this is at 100, then I'd want this at 20, right? So okay, so negative 20, and then they'll be about equal, and I'll get less of a drastic push, into a nosedive. It doesn't want to hit 20, but negative 18, that's fine. Whatever, it'll pitch up just a little bit, I think, but ultimately that will work. You can barely see that it's changed at all, which is fine. Okay, yeah, that's like the smallest little dip. But I think that'll save that. And we can try landing again without the nosedive of doom. Yeah, the real problem that I'm facing is Jebidiah going unconscious. He only went unconscious that once, but he's getting really close each time. If you watch his icon, it'll go like way up here. This is his loss of consciousness meter, is what they call it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm supposed to be flying. Okay, back down to the surface, as low as possible. Wonder what Jebidiah sees. Oh my gosh! He knows full well he's inside of a big flame ball of inferno. Okay, so watch his G-Force-O-Matic. This time it's not so bad. That's good. Okay, gears to slow down a little bit. And then brakes. Oh! It's still nosediving! Ooh. That is a really hard nosedive. I mean, granted, it was a lot less. Let's see, 0.25. So that's 4 units to get to 100. And 0.4, that's 2.5 units to get to 100. Or to 1. So it needs to be... This needs to be 2.5 times more than this. No. Oh shoot. 1/3? I can't do these off the cuff calculations like this in my head. 40 is okay. 40 is 2/5, and this is 1/4. Okay. So yeah, I did that right. So it would be -20 exactly. Okay. So what these need then is to be brought down on the authority. So bring this down to 50 and bring this up to -10. It doesn't want to do -10, so -8. That'll be fine. And let's actually test this before getting all the way over the island. Just see if we can land, or just test it over the water. And we'll do a little science experiment, see what happens. I won't go full thrust or anything. And then I'll do my last attempt at the best, fastest go in history. So let's see. Only at 10% throttle. It's barely spooling. Okay. Yeah, bring it up to, alright. Bring it up to 1/3. 1/3 impulse. Yes, I am a Star Trek fan. 1/3 impulse. I just want to say that every time that I change my thrust, I want to call it impulse. Alright, and then brake. Ooh! Dive! Okay. What I'm going to do is just have it be the back that does that. So we'll bring the authority limiter to 0. 1, whatever. Ultimately, it will prevent this. Actually, I can go into the action group, go into the brakes, find the canards. Advanced canard. Okay, and remove it. All right. Awesome. It's not in the action group anymore. So when I pull the brakes, they won't be acting anymore. And let's try this for fastest record over to the other island. So far, fastest one, the fastest legitimate one, is 1 minute and 18 seconds. So if I can beat that, I'll be happy. If not, then, well, I already made it. I already did my fastest. So let's go. Let's go, Jebidiah. Let's fly this thing entirely from your view, actually. See what happens. Okay, gears off. Did something explode? I feel like something exploded. Okay, so we're about at 135 degrees. As low as we can possibly be toward the water. Without going into the water, so I need to be careful. Ooh, that is a lot of flamage. A lot of flames. Okay, we're out of fuel. We can cut the engines. And, oh, this is hard because I don't have the G-Force-O-Matic meter. Okay, bring out landing gear. Ooh. And brakes. Oh, brakes are causing me to crash. No! Oh! Oh, man, if that had been successful, I was at 58 seconds. Oh, man. One more attempt. I gotta go. One more time. Revert to the launch. This time I won't be inside the cabin. We'll actually try to fly this thing. It's a lot harder inside the cabin. Or not the cabin. I don't know what you would call it. The seat. The, whatever. Let's do this properly. Okay, 50. Let's get off the ground. I guess it only gets off the ground at about 70. 70 meters per second. Hard turn to 135 and low to the ground. Already getting the Mach effects. They should have a game where you just leave chemtrails everywhere and raise conspiracy theories and all that stuff. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. I think there's, I don't remember what they're called. They're like jet lions or something. Or, well, I mean, not a jet liner, but something about jets. Anyway. Okay, made the turn without knocking Jebidiah out. Line up with the runway, pull out the gears, or extend the gears rather. Brakes. Wings. Oh, you just can't land this thing safely now that it dive bombs, which is so unfortunate. Alright, well, anyway, that was my video, going as fast as I possibly can toward the island runway. Look at those landing gears just strolling along. This one especially. This guy is not you. This guy's having a lot of fun frolicking in the meadow. This is how physics really works. This is real life right here. Alright, anyway, I'll catch you later in my next video. Until then, I hope you'll leave more comments on what I should do next. Until then, have fun and stay curious, right? Yeah.